Have you ever stopped to think how much you know about the unseen threats in our lives, like sexually transmitted diseases? Often lurking in the shadows, these invisible foes pose a significant risk to our health and well-being. Yet, they remain widely misunderstood, shrouded in stigma and misconception. Sexually transmitted diseases, or STDs, are more common than many of us realize. Each year, millions of new cases are reported worldwide. That's right, millions. Yet, how often do we talk about this? How often do we spread awareness or seek knowledge? Unfortunately, not nearly enough. The reality is, these diseases do not discriminate. They can affect anyone, regardless of age, gender, or social status. We often fall prey to the belief that it won't happen to us, but the statistics tell a different story. One of the most common misconceptions about STDs is that they are easily recognizable. In truth, many STDs are silent invaders, producing no visible symptoms at all. This is why they are often referred to as the unseen threat. Many people also believe that STDs only occur as a result of irresponsible behavior. This is a damaging stereotype that fuels stigma and discourages honest conversation about sexual health. The fact is, anyone who is sexually active is at risk. Another dangerous myth is that all STDs are curable. While many are indeed treatable, some are not. Certain STDs can cause irreversible damage and even prove fatal if left untreated. Now, why is it crucial to dispel these myths and misconceptions? Because they can lead to complacency, fear, and ultimately the spread of these diseases. Knowledge is power. The more we understand these unseen threats, the better we can protect ourselves and others. So, let's begin this journey of understanding together. Because when it comes to our health, ignorance is far from bliss. So, what exactly are sexually transmitted diseases? Well, let's break it down. You see, sexually transmitted diseases, commonly known as STDs, are infections that are passed from one person to another through sexual contact. This could be through vaginal, anal, or oral sex, and in some cases, close skin-to-skin contact. Now, there are many different types of STDs, and they're caused by different types of germs. Some are bacterial, like chlamydia or gonorrhea. Others are viral, like human papillomavirus or herpes. There are even STDs caused by parasites, like trichomoniasis. Each of these STDs has its own set of symptoms, but they often include discomfort, discharge, itching, or blisters in the genital area. But here's the tricky part. Some STDs are asymptomatic. That means they don't show any symptoms at all. You might be thinking, well, if it doesn't cause symptoms, it's not a big deal, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. Asymptomatic STDs can still cause serious health problems down the line, including infertility or increased risk of certain types of cancer. Plus, even if you don't have symptoms, you can still pass the infection on to other people. And that's what makes STDs such a hidden threat. It's easy to think, I'd know if I had an STD, but the truth is, without testing, there's no way to know for sure. That's why regular testing is so important, especially if you're sexually active. It's the only way to know for sure whether you have an STD or not. And remember, STDs are nothing to be ashamed of. They're a reality of being sexually active, and they can happen to anyone. The important thing is to get tested, get treated if necessary, and take steps to protect yourself and your partners in the future. So let's remember this key takeaway. Not all STDs show symptoms. Regular testing is crucial. What happens if you ignore these unseen threats? Imagine your body as a fortress. If you allow these unseen threats, sexually transmitted diseases, to infiltrate your fortress without opposition, they will cause havoc. The consequences can range from mild to severe, depending on the type of STD and the length of time it remains untreated. One potential consequence of untreated STDs is infertility. Chlamydia and gonorrhea, for instance, can lead to pelvic inflammatory disease in women, a condition that can cause irreversible damage to the reproductive organs. Men are not immune either. Untreated STDs can lead to epididymitis, an inflammation of the tube at the back of the testicle that carries sperm, which can also result in infertility. Another severe consequence is an increased risk of certain types of cancer. Human papillomavirus or HPV can lead to cervical cancer in women and other types of cancer in both men and women. Hepatitis B and C can increase the risk of liver cancer. Moreover, untreated STDs can make an individual more susceptible to contracting HIV. This is because STDs can cause sores or breaks in the skin, making it easier for HIV to enter the body during sexual activity. Plus, the same behaviors and circumstances that may put you at risk for an STD can also put you at greater risk for HIV. These consequences are alarming, but what's more alarming is that they are largely preventable. Early detection and treatment are key to preventing these health complications. Regular screenings, particularly for those who are sexually active, are crucial. If an STD is detected, prompt treatment can often clear the infection and prevent long-term problems. Remember, ignoring the problem doesn't make it disappear. Rather, it allows the unseen threat to grow, potentially causing irreversible damage to your body. The consequences of ignoring STDs can be severe. Early detection and treatment can prevent these complications. So don't ignore these unseen threats. Instead, arm your fortress with knowledge and take action to protect your health. How can you guard against these unseen threats? Well, the good news is there are several ways to protect yourself and your partners from sexually transmitted diseases. Let's delve into some of the most effective strategies you can adopt. First and foremost, use protection. Condoms, when used correctly and consistently, can significantly reduce the risk of contracting or transmitting most STDs. They act as a physical barrier, preventing the exchange of bodily fluids during sexual activity. Remember, it's not just about you, it's about protecting your partner as well. Next, regular testing is crucial. Many STDs are silent invaders, showing no symptoms until they've caused significant damage. Regular screening can catch these diseases early, even before symptoms appear. This allows for timely treatment, minimizing potential health complications. If you're sexually active, particularly with multiple partners, regular testing is a must. Thirdly, take advantage of vaccinations. For some STDs like human papillomavirus and hepatitis B, vaccines are available. These vaccines can provide immunity against these diseases or at least significantly reduce your risk of getting them. So, if you haven't been vaccinated yet, it's time to consider it. Lastly, practice safe sex. This means being selective about your sexual partners and knowing their sexual health status. It also includes communicating openly about your own health status, past partners, and protection methods. Mutual respect and honesty are key elements in practicing safe sex. Remember, while these measures can significantly reduce your risk, they can't eliminate it completely. The only surefire way to prevent STDs is abstinence. But if you choose to be sexually active, these strategies can help you reduce your risk and protect your health. Prevention is always better than cure. Make these protective measures a part of your life. How can you play a part in combating these unseen threats? You might be wondering, well, it's simpler than you may think. It all starts with spreading awareness, not infection. We live in a world where information is at our fingertips, but not all information is accurate or helpful. This is especially true when it comes to sexually transmitted diseases, or STDs. Misinformation can breed fear and stigma, creating barriers to prevention, testing, and treatment. That's where you come in. Each of us has a role to play in breaking down these barriers. Each of us can contribute to creating a world where discussions about STDs and sexual health are open, honest, and free of judgment. How? By educating ourselves and others. By using accurate, respectful language when talking about STDs. By treating everyone with dignity, regardless of their health status. By understanding that anyone can get an STD and it's not a sign of moral failing or lack of character. Spreading awareness is not just about sharing facts and figures. It's about changing attitudes. It's about making it easier for people to talk about STDs, to seek help when they need it, and to take steps to protect themselves and their partners. Ignoring the problem, turning a blind eye, or making light of it only fuels the stigma and makes it harder for those affected to get the help they need. But we can change that. We can start conversations that matter, conversations that can lead to better understanding, prevention, and ultimately to healthier communities. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we know about STDs, the better equipped we are to prevent them. The more open we are about discussing them, the less stigma they carry. So let's start today. Let's talk about STDs. Let's learn. Let's educate. Let's be compassionate. Let's be proactive. Spread awareness, not infection. Let's break the silence on STDs. Because when we talk about it, we are not just saving ourselves, we are potentially saving others too. Let's make a difference together. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of our collective actions. By sharing this video, you've already started to make a difference. In the age of social media, a single click can have a ripple effect, spreading vital information far and wide. So, don't underestimate the impact of your actions. Every like, share, and comment matters. It contributes to breaking the silence and stigma around STDs. It starts a conversation, prompts someone to get tested, or encourages someone to use protection. It's a simple act, but it's one that can save lives. So, let's keep the conversation going. Let's continue to educate ourselves and others, to be compassionate, to be proactive. The fight against STDs is a collective effort. We can't do it alone. We need each other. We need you. So let's keep spreading awareness, not infection. Let's keep breaking the silence on STDs. And remember, every single contribution, no matter how small, makes a difference. Let's continue to make that difference together. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this important information with others. Together, we can make a difference. Stay safe, stay informed.